Hello there, Commonwealth Realm here. Pokémon Legends Arceus is a landmark open world title that changes everything for the Pokémon franchise. The timing for the release of the game on Friday, January 28 is perfect, as we will play this title for at least a few months before Breath of the Wild's sequel. And Breath of the Wild heavily inspired Pokémon Legends Arceus. So in this video we will go into how Pokémon Legends Arceus with its two playable characters, Akari or Ray, alters the gameplay, exploration and combat of the franchise to a whole new level. But first, be sure to leave a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe and press that notification bell, as we are giving away a Switch OLED with your Switch game of choice after surpassing 300k subscribers, less than 14k to go. Now then, what makes this game into the elite of Pokémon games on the Nintendo Switch, and a great contrast to the game it is connected to, Pokémon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. That goes without saying, the open world gameplay with multiple scenes from the two first Legends Arceus trailers being nearly identical with the ones we saw from Breath of the Wild's E3 2016 and Nintendo Switch 2017 presentation trailers, all aimed to demonstrate the freedom of an open space and the advantage of constant full dual analog camera controls. Oh, and the Pokémon surrounding you from all corners with no random encounters ruining your immersion. Game Freak is not joking, since after giving us a taste in February of open world dual analog control action, we now know far more, like that there are multiple ways to traverse this open air of the Hisui region, the historic region that was later renamed into Sinnoh. And when I say open air, then I mean it, since you can ride across the open world and its bodies of waters like waterfalls on your Pokémon and glide the air like in Zelda Breath of the Wild. The only difference being that here you can actually fly a little as well. Riding and gliding had been leaked previously, but do you know what was also in that leak? Climbing, like in Breath of the Wild. Perhaps that part of the leak is being saved for later, say a trailer closer to release. Breath of the Wild inspiring the Pokémon team to do better is one of the best side effects of the game-changing nature of the 19th and 20th The Legend of Zelda titles. There's more inspiration that seems to have been brought over, namely dodging opponents out to kill you, and with it adding a layer of suspense where mad Pokémon might even cause you to faint. Yes, just like Pokémon have been fainting in our games for 25 years. I guess that is another day as a Pokémon trainer in the Galaxy Team's Cervical. Joking aside, this is a great way to extend the harm from being done to your Pokémon, but to the trainer as well. All of this combined with a revamped battle system where you have to balance strength and agility makes Pokémon Legends Arceus into a brilliant combination of action-adventure with turn-based Pokémon battles. And the fusion of these two really feels like the next step for this franchise after 25 years. And thus, I'm so glad that this game-changing Pokémon title is coming out to close out the Pokémon 25th anniversary. It is so poetic on so many levels. Yes, the game might not look as impressive as Zelda, and some may complain that it looks like an N64 game. N64 is an exaggeration, but yes, I can agree that Game Freak still lacks the skill in the graphics and texture departments. But in return, I don't think visuals was the main objectives for this title, but to redefine the franchise for the future, combining the best new Pokémon installments has to offer with gameplay elements and mechanics found in open-air Zelda. First and foremost, the setting, a transition from feudal to industrial, traditional, and with early technology. And most of all, granting us an organic and expansive world to explore, just as indicated by the massive open world map presented in the August Pokémon Presents. Sneaking up to and chasing Pokémon, throwing wooden Pokeballs, and also crafting better and harder balls, and throwing them at Pokémon while moving and dodging attacks from Pokémon as a human. All of it with a HUD that is minimalistic and doesn't clutter or obstruct our screen and experience. Just a little in the bottom left and right corners. Immersion has a priority as Game Freak, much like the Zelda team did with Breath of the Wild, wants you to gradually discover, chart, and master the Hisui region with its cute, fierce, and new variants plus brand new Pokémon. So let's focus on some of these, like the rideable Vidir, which reminds me a lot of the Lord of the Mountain in Breath of the Wild. Water combat, however, was not really present in Breath of the Wild, and we definitely couldn't ride the waves beside when allowed to. Luckily in Arceus we have Basculegion, who we can ride through rivers and even waterfalls. Then we have Hisuian Bravery, who will fly us around the open world in the open air. And Hisuian Growlithe will probably evolve into another rideable Pokémon. And here we find another big change for the Pokémon franchise, as Legends Arceus is the first mid-generation Pokémon title to introduce new Pokémon that are not solely mythical or legendary. and that naturally changes everything, along with all Pokémon being in front of you with no random encounters. All while exploring secrets and mysteries of the points of interest, and even more so ancient ruins scattered across this brand new open world. Through so many different landscapes, ice fields, rice fields, beach with sea, rivers with waterfalls, forests and so on, almost like in Breath of the Wild. Plus the music which will follow us through all of this, so good and organic. The Japanese and Ainu inspiration is so evident and brilliantly implemented into this title that I don't have words for it. The starting settlement, Jubilife Village, is the founding form of Jubilife City, found in Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. And the connections continue from there, since everything has been thought through. The dresses, architecture, the Galaxy team headed by Commander Kamado, the ancestor of Professor Rowan, and Captain Celine of the Survey Corps, possibly the ancestor of Team Galactic's Cyrus. Oh, and our latest, or actually in this case earliest professor, Laventon, and most of all blend of starters from multiple different generations, from Gen 2 to 7, and it points to that this game is the future of Pokémon, which combines the best found in the long history of the franchise, while also bringing over some of the 10 out of 10 gameplay found in Zelda since 2017, like camps where you can craft stronger Pokeballs or even smoke bombs and other items by fusing materials you collect, plus recover your and your Pokemon's health, which once again is very reminiscent of the stables with their inns found in Zelda, minus the crafting part which was solely tied to clothing in Breath of the Wild at the fairy fountains, and well, cooking. There's just so much connecting these two games, and we really need it if the wait for the next Zelda goes all the way to October or November 2022. Having Legends Arceus potentially around 10 months prior is just a blessing that will make the months leading up to Nintendo's multi-layered Zelda title far easier and comfortable. And in many ways, Legends Arceus is so much more than that, fusing action-adventure with role-playing elements, and that is the recipe for a Pokémon title that might become the very best, like no one ever was. Not only due to the open world, but also that it seems that this game's priority is on being a single-player quest with less competitive online focus. A priority likely made to deliver a Pokémon title that will truly be an unforgettable experience through the characters and factions we meet and confront, Pokémon we catch, befriend and traverse on the path to the top of Mount Coronet, and our search for Arceus, the legendary Pokémon this game is titled of. Arceus, the legend who created it all, and will be our ultimate objective to complete the Pokédex of the Hisui region. Then again, at some point the similarities with Breath of the Wild must end, as this game is likely more linear due to its assignment-based progression, but that doesn't have to mean that the world is not ours to conquer from early on in the game, but rather that there might be a set order to the main quest of the game. A lengthy quest in other words, and possibly, due to its open world, the longest in the series so far. After all, there will be far more to think about, both when exploring and battling. It may be difficult to predict the length of the game, but with its large world, which still obviously will be smaller than Breath of the Wild's Hyrule, I think we're looking at a game that has the potential of holding us captivated for at least 100 hours, if not more. It is a true evolution for the Pokémon franchise through and through, and on nearly every level, which is far more groundbreaking and well breathtaking than any past Pokémon game, which was out on handhelds, and which did not allow this level of scope, ambition and even vision to be realized. No doubt, the Pokémon 25th anniversary has been meticulously planned by Game Freak and the Pokémon Company, where everything builds up to the two connected titles. Pokémon Gen 4 remakes, Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl, which takes place in modern times, and the prequel, Pokémon Legends Arceus, which is set a little under 150 years prior. Add to that only a little over 2 months separate these two releases, and you can see why the end of 2021, the beginning of 2022 will be incredible for Pokémon and the Nintendo Switch. So be sure to leave a like if you haven't already, press that subscribe button and notification bell to not miss any of our upcoming Pokémon Legends Arceus videos, plus plenty of other Nintendo videos. Finally, a big thanks goes to our patreon.com/commonrealm patrons, who we hope you consider joining, and in particular to our royal producer Charles Shash. You rock, and please enjoy one or both of these two awesome videos.